Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Profit back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about why you shouldn't sell your Bitcoin or sell your crypto. So a lot of people are asking the same question on Google right now and YouTube, and we've seen this a lot recently. Should we sell our crypto? Should we sell our Bitcoin? These are great questions. Obviously, with a possible bear market coming, as well as big market crashes taking place at the moment. We see Bitcoin almost down below 33,000. We see Ethereum below 2,000. We see Cardano at $1.16. We see Chainlink at $17. Theta is almost back below $5. VeChain is below 8 cents. So we continue to see this really market crash take place. A lot of people asking, when and where do we sell? So obviously a great time to sell would have been, a couple days ago, obviously, but we haven't, none of us have time machines. We can't go back and sell at the, I guess the highest point in the last month, being around 57,000. Let's say May 12th, you sold all of your Bitcoin holdings, all of your crypto. You're looking very, very good right now. Obviously, you're going to be able to buy in at great prices. You're going to be able to find in a great dip when we do see it kind of stabilize out at the very bottom. I will say, guys, for the most part, most of us didn't sell at the exact $57,834 mark. If you have still a lot of your holdings, that's perfectly fine, because do remember that we go in cycles. This could still be, like a lot of people are suggesting, part one of two parts of the bull market. So a lot of people have been kind of suggesting the idea of two different parts to the bull market run. So we have a chance of maybe a stabilization or, like I said, an accumulation period or consolidation period from anywhere from, like I said, two to 3 weeks, or even, 6 to 8 months. They could be anywhere in that range. And then we could start that part two of our bull run. If we don't have that take place, we could see a bear market for the next couple of years. It could take, even 6 months to 2 to 3 years. So really, it's really, unfortunately, unpredictable. Everyone has predictions, but, most predictions are wrong. So I'm not going to give you guys exact predictions here today. I just want to talk about whether or not you should sell your Bitcoin or crypto if you're still holding it on at this $32,000 Bitcoin price. So a lot of people are, trying to say, time the market, try to sell. I will say, guys, most people that do well are the people that hold long term. It's not the people that try to sell and time the market. What's going to end up happening if you try to time the market is you might sell, let's say, at $30,000 Bitcoin, and then you buy back at, let's say, $25,000 Bitcoin. Well, guess what? It goes down even more. You're still losing your money. You actually didn't do much. You're still, unfortunately, going to have all those fees. Unfortunately, as well, that's a great case scenario because you've actually were able to buy in at $5,000 less. Most of the time, what will end up happening is it'll go back up past your sell point, and you won't actually be there to buy it because, unfortunately, Bitcoin is one of those, or crypto in general is one of those really assets that's hard to buy in at perfect times because you have to be monitoring the market pretty much at all points in time unless you have stop losses set up and obviously market buys and everything. So we're going to jump into a few different little articles, or not really articles, but a Reddit post, because these are going to help you guys make your decision. And I'll give you guys my thoughts at the end of the video for sure to help you guys kind of understand what my thinking is on this, because I'm definitely still holding crypto myself right now. I got some of it out, but obviously not all of it. So I want to talk about, what I'm really trying to accomplish with the coins that I do have still. Jumping into the first thing, it talks about this is a dip and not a bear market yet. He changes this to crash. He actually, edits it down here. He says it's more of a crash than a dip. So this is a crash and not a bear market yet. So I agree with this. So the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, defines a bear market as a broad market index decline of 20% or more over at least a 2-month period. So with that being said, no one can say whether we're in a bear market yet, as this downward performance has to be sustained beyond the 20% mark. I'd like to hope that in 2 months that most coins will be back performing at really more reasonable levels again. We already have news of whales buying Bitcoin in bulk after it reaches nearly half of its all-time high. With more whales and larger corporations on the scene, I don't think people will be patient enough to allow things to dip much farther than they have already. There are also new people getting into cryptocurrency every day. Newcomers they may see this as a great buying opportunity and buy these cheaper prices. Obviously, a great entry point, where we're at right now. He'd also like to pose the question to someone that is experienced in deep analysis of charts. What will it take to bring the market back to its previous levels? For example, what would it take to BTC to reach that 60K? I'm going to say, guys, right now we need a lot less FUD and we need a lot more integration and mass adoption articles taking place. So we need something like Visa coming out and talking about crypto again. We need, PayPal announcing more great news for crypto. We need big companies, institutions to make some good announcements, and that's exactly what we have not really seen in the last couple of days, and that's why we're continuing to struggle in this bull market that was once a bull market now may be turning into a bear market. We don't know exactly yet. I also want to talk about, so you guys see profits lost when I'm seeing the opportunity for the next time around. So imagine how great it would be if we could buy at $15,000 or $10,000 Bitcoin again. This is the chance to actually make a real profit over the next few years. Now isn't the time for fear. Now is the time for risky investments that could change your life in the near future. So obviously the first comment being, you assume we have money to buy the dip. And this is great because, this is very, very accurate. A lot of people saying, buy this dip, buy this dip, buy this dip. Well, guess what, guys? If we buy every single dip along the way of that bull market, now we're seeing you have probably no fiat left. You have no money to buy this dip. The good thing is about this is, if this is a bear market, if this isn't just a dip, you guys have plenty of time to buy this bear market. If it is a bear market like we're all suggesting, then we have plenty of time to buy this bear market, and you're going to have a great opportunity to really get great entry points. And that's exactly what we're going to see going around, is a lot of people buying this bear market. If you don't have the money now, maybe you'll have it in a couple weeks, maybe you'll have it in a couple months. That's perfectly fine. If we're going to still be in this bear market like everyone's suggesting, then you're going to be just fine. Jumping into the next one, I do want to talk about just relax and look at the long term. After a few years, these dips won't matter. And I would say, again, this is more of a crash, but I realized whatever money I put into crypto, I should view it as money we're gone. Yeah, I'm down like 40%, but who really cares? I still have 60% left. I truly believe that crypto will and is changing the world. So it doesn't matter whether I lose some money now or only really to gain later. So I would agree with this as well. Remember, guys, some of the best, I don't know the exact phrase here, but the best holder, or I guess the best people in the market are the people that are actually dead. They have their wallets and they have, Bitcoin stored on their wallets, and the market continues to go up and they're just holding long term. They're going to hold forever. They're never going to sell. They're never going to buy more, but they're going to continue to just hold, and they're going to see the best returns on investment because holding is one of the best ways to make the most money. And that's exactly really what we're seeing here. More talking about the idea of this is a long-term position that people are holding, not a short-term position. If you believe in crypto, if you believe in what crypto is doing, the blockchain, all of that, then this is exactly what you are, you have to expect this kind of thing. You're not going to get a bull run for, 5 years. You're not going to get a bear market for 5 years either. So expect, to see some ups and downs. And every time you hold, every year you hold, it should be counted as a success, whether it's, going up in value or down in value, because realistically, over the 4-year cycles, 5-year cycles, you're seeing increases overall, and that's exactly what we're going to see in the next 4 to 5 years. Is a great increase with more mass adoption taking place. Do remember, everyone thinks there's manipulation going on right now. China FUD is taking place nonstop. We have a lot of Bitcoin miners really getting delayed or stopped right now and canceled, and that's exactly things that really is causing this really fear, uncertainty, and doubts. And that's exactly why, I think it's a great opportunity for a lot of people to buy in. And if you can't buy in, that's perfectly fine. And I would actually wait to buy in until you find a more stable level, because this might not be the bottom yet. If you want to buy in at this dip, that's perfectly fine. It's a great opportunity still. I'm not going to say it's a bad choice to buy in, but it could dip down even more. We could see more of a stabilization. I did say something about 28K Bitcoin. We'll see if we get down to that 28K Bitcoin or not. But there's one more Reddit post I want to take a look at, and then I'll give you guys my thoughts on whether or not you should really hold your Bitcoin or sell it. Obviously, you guys should know by now, but I will kind of talk about why, what I'm doing with my Bitcoin and my cryptocurrency. So it's bear season. I've been happier, and I've never been happier about crypto. So obviously, we've discussed that this is not 100% bear market yet. We could have the crash like this for a couple times in a row, and then obviously make a great comeback. That's definitely a possibility. Unfortunately, a lot of people talking about bear season. So yeah, prices are down. Are you planning on selling? What happened to hold? What does it matter if the price is down right now? It's lower. Great. Now it's a wonderful time to buy. If you really believe this technology that will last, and I do, you should be excited right now. The value of your portfolio now means nothing. ETH 2.0 is coming out soon. Crypto is seeing new levels of global adoption. Vitalik is becoming a celebrity of mainstream news. Elon Musk is being outed for a jackass. He's always been. Great things are happening here. You should be thinking about the value of your coins in 2030. Don't hate the bear, love the bear. Use the bear, ride the bear, ride the bear. Shoot lasers from the eyes like Vladimir Putin. So obviously, this guy believes in very, very long-term goals of 2030. Obviously, I think, a lot of these cryptocurrencies are going to be doing very, very well by that point in time. And that's exactly what you guys should be doing. This is not, a short-term get money, get rich quick scheme. If you want to do those, there are plenty of meme coins out there. If you want to attempt those, I do suggest against it, but if you want to go out and do those, you can definitely go for it. I will say, though, for the most part, this is a long-term holding game for a lot of people. Cryptocurrency is not something that's here for just a week or two. It's here for a month. It's here for a year. It's here for many years. It's going to be here for probably the next 100 to 300 to 400, 500 years. I could see it being around pretty much forever, to be honest, and it's just going to really change the way the world works as a whole, and exactly why a lot of people are holding on to cryptocurrency is because they believe in it, not because it's a short-term gain or short-term, really short-term just moneymaker. Like we said, guys, institutions are playing us right now, and that's exactly what they want, is us to, sell the fear and buy the greed, and that's unfortunately the wrong way to do so. So we'll see what happens. I think, a lot of people are kind of wondering what to do right now, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. I'm going to give you guys the prices real quick, give you guys an update. Bitcoin's almost below 32,000. Ethereum's almost below 1,800. We have Chainlink down to 1628 again. Theta's almost below $5. We have VeChain almost below 7. So just crazy prices right now, continuing to drop very, very quickly. If you go to the gainers, actually, you see two gainers, Shibu Inu, and then obviously a stable coin. And then you go to losers, it's everybody else. So we continue to see massive dips, massive really market crashes here. But should you hold your Bitcoin or should you sell? That's a great question. I still think, you guys, for the most part, if you're holding this for 5 to 6 years, there's no reason to sell. In my opinion, there's just not a reason to sell. You're going to time the market. In theory, timing the market sounds good. If you look up information on timing the market, it almost never works out in your favor. Timing the market does not work out for most people unless you have great technical analysis or you've done it already. Unfortunately, if you've done it at $50,000, you've done a great job. But it is more of a higher risk, higher reward type deal. So you could always sell this 32,000 Bitcoin and hope it goes down to 28K and buy it at 28K. It's definitely something you could do. But unfortunately, I just don't think it's worth it. It's not worth it to me. I'm perfectly fine with holding on to what I have. I made out, some profits on the way up. And now that I have this $32,000 Bitcoin, there's no reason for me to sell at this point. It's already dipped down quite a bit. I think it'll keep going down just a little bit longer. But, for the most part, I'll hold the entire bear market. I'll hold through. You have to remember as well for tax season, if you guys are in the U.S., you guys have taxes at the end of the year. So if you guys are making profits, long-term capital gains are much better than obviously short-term gains. So take that into consideration as well. Just a lot to think about. And I think, realistically, a lot of us are holding through this bear market. Retail investors are, trying to hold through this for the most part is what I'm hearing. But there are obviously a lot of people that are dumping on the way down. They think, we're going to go down to that 28K Bitcoin or even 22K or even less than that. But realistically, I don't think we're going to go below 22K for sure, but 28K is definitely a target to stay above that. We'll continue to talk about this, guys, and keep you guys up to date. Let me know what you guys are doing with your Bitcoin holdings or in your crypto holdings altogether. I want to hear if you guys are selling or buying, as well as if really you're just holding. A lot of people are just holding, and that's perfectly fine. You don't have to buy the dip always. You can always just hold and stay for the long-term future there and continue to watch, see where the market all comes down to, because then you're going to have a lot of money, a lot of fiat to actually use on our current really bottom. So it'll be cool to see really where this goes. Unfortunately, a lot of people are more excited about the increases, but the dips are almost just as exciting for me because, like I said, you can buy these dips, you can see where the market's going to bottom out, and the next time around is going to be insane recoveries. You're going to see insane fast, really just increases in these coins. So it's going to be really fun to kind of watch where we go from here. So make sure to quickly subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video if you guys are here to learn more about crypto. We will continue to talk about crypto, obviously, all the way from Bitcoin to altcoins like Theta and VeChain. We talk about it all here on the channel. So make sure to quickly subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Make sure to leave a comment. Let me know what you guys are doing with your holdings. I would love to hear what you guys are doing. So thanks again. I'll see you in the next one.